Self-Directed IRA Basics. Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. On today's video, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Isaac Rodriguez, who's a client of IRA Financial and also a long-term employee. So excited to talk with you, Isaac, and discuss Self-Directed IRA Basics, kind of get your perspective on why you initially thought about doing the IRA, then ultimately went to the solo, and kind of dive into some of the basics of the self-directed IRA. Without further ado, welcome to the show, Isaac.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really excited.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been, we used to see each other every day and then COVID, and it's, a little bit of a strange dynamic, but I want to bring you in because you have some interesting perspectives. You rolled over a retirement account to a self-directed IRA. Can I ask you about that? Like, how did you first hear about the whole concept of the self-directed IRA?
Well, I heard when I started working for this company, and I'm like, wow, I have an IRA and I can roll it over to a self-directed IRA and invest in real estate. Wow.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
That sounds great because normally, if you don't have the down payment, but you have funds in your retirement funds, that's great if you can use it.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue. I mean, there's 60 million IRAs, $13 trillion of IRA funds, and a huge percentage of Americans just don't even know you can use your IRA to do alternative assets like real estate. I always give the example. I was a tax lawyer, I have a master's in tax law. I worked at some of the largest law firms in the world, and I had no idea you could do it.
Yes, a lot of people don't know that they can use their retirement funds to invest in real estate or any non-traditional investments. And I wish I knew this, I don't know, like a year before I did it, because what happened was I'm a realtor and I was trying to sell this property with an excellent price, but I didn't have the down payment. I couldn't purchase it. So I'm calling, friends, listen, this is a great property. You have to purchase it. And all along, if I would have known, and a lot of people do not have the knowledge, they don't know. Realtors don't know it. Accountants don't know it.
Lawyers don't know it.
Lawyers, some of them don't know it. And I'm like, wow, if I would have known that I could use my retirement funds, rolled it over to a self-directed IRA and purchased this, I could have purchased this property.
Yeah, you could have.
And I would have made easy $200,000-$300,000 in less than a year because it was really that great of a deal. Yeah. And now I'm lucky enough to own 2 properties with my solo 401k. I started with a self-directed IRA, and then when I started with the company, and I remember one of my supervisors, she said, Isaac, why are you in a self-directed IRA? You should be in a solo 401k. And because you do real estate, so you're self-employed. Also, besides working here, you're self-employed. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's excellent. So they were nice enough to amend my plan for free. Yes, I didn't have to pay for the amendment, for the change. They amended my plan from a self-directed IRA to a solo 401k because, again, I'm self-employed. So, and ever since then, I own 2 properties. With my solo 401k, and you get residual income. It's a no-brainer. You get residual income. And both of them are paid in full. I don't have a mortgage. The first one I paid in full, and then the second one there was leveraging because with a solo 401k you can do leverage.
We're going to get to that in the next video. Okay. We're going to chat solos, but real quick, let's just jump into the self-directed IRA. So there's basically 2 ways that you can buy real estate or do alternative assets with a self-directed IRA.
Yes.
Right. You can do the full service where the IRA custodian receives the rollover funds tax-free and then immediately makes the investment directly into the real estate where title is in the name of the IRA. And then there's the checkbook control where there's an LLC where the IRA funds an LLC and you as the manager of the LLC wire or forward the money to the seller of the real estate, and the title of that real estate is in the name of the LLC.
And I never understood that, even as an employee or a client right now. Why would I want to do the company to invest.
The full service.
The full service.
Okay, so number one,
instead of self-directing.
Yeah, it's a great question.
I
So
mean,
number
what's
one,
the difference?
yeah, it's cheaper, right? You don't need to set up the LLC. It's just a flat custodian fee, like $400. We handle everything, annual reporting, 5498, 1099s. But you're right, Isaac. There's delays, right? Because if you need to pay a plumber, pay a contractor, you gotta go on our app, complete a expense report, and then.
So it's cheaper, you're saying? Less expensive?
Well, you don't need the LLC. You don't set up an LLC, right? If you do the checkbook control, you need an LLC. So there's an establishment fee up front for the LLC, but after that, it's pretty much the same price. So yeah, and again, the LLC fee is like, I think $1,000 to set up, and that's it.
But why do we have both options?
Because some people don't want to use the LLC. You don't have to, right? If you're doing just like piece of land, right? Let's say you're going to buy a piece of land, you're going to hold it for 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. You may not need the LLC. You don't need the limited liability protection. You're not going to do a lot of transactions, right? It's just going to sit. Or maybe you're investing in a real estate fund where it's purely passive and you're not doing anything. You're just holding the asset, right? You don't necessarily need the LLC, so you want to save some cash. It's really the only reason. I'd say 70 to 80% of our self-directed investors for real estate are doing the LLC. More control.
I prefer the LLC. I mean, looking at it, even as a client point of view, if I was to do it that way, I wouldn't feel the same way with control. You know, I want to be able to, like you said, write that check. I don't want to have to wait for someone to write that check.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have a book, and if I see a property, if it's 150,000 and I have 150,000, I write that check. And
yeah, most people
for the down payment right there and then.
Most people feel the same way. Although, yeah, we offer both because you don't have to use the LLC. Some people are like, I don't need the LLC. I don't care how title is shown. Just gonna have the custodian do all the work, and that's fine. But ultimately, those are the two ways that you can buy real estate, and those are the basics of the self-directed IRA. So we're gonna end right now for this video, but coming up on the next video, we're gonna dive a little bit more into the details involved in using a self-directed IRA to make an investment. So thank you, Isaac, for
thank you again for having me.
It's been a lot of fun, and we're going to keep you on for the next video, so come right back.